For problem 2-154, you will create your own piecewise defined function with at least 3 pieces. The function does not need to be a step function with horizontal line segments, but it does need to meet the definition of a function. Make a graph for your function using Desmos. To do this, you will create an equation for each part. Be sure to state the domain and range of each part. So here you can see that I have a piecewise function and I have a red, blue, and green part. So I have 3. Now I'm going to take these off the graph just so I can talk about them one by one. So my first piece is a linear function. I use the equation 2x plus 3. And then to restrict your domain, you're going to use inequality signs in an x because x is always our domain. And then if you use these type of brackets, that tells Desmos that I only want this chunk of my graph. So I just picked 2 numbers here to represent kind of how far I wanted my graph to go. Let's take a look at my second piece. So my second piece is a quadratic. And because I know how quadratics change and that my linear equation was up here at 3, I was able to add a k value or add 3 to shift my quadratic up on the graph. And then again, I just picked 2 numbers to restrict my domain. So my quadratic only goes from 0 to 2. I could have gone 0 to 10, but I just chose 0 to 2. And then lastly, I did choose a horizontal line. And we always write horizontal lines as y equals some number. Now my quadratic was up at 7, so I made mine y equals 7, so it would connect to that. And then again, I did a restricted domain of 2 to 8 so that this would just be that chunk of a line. So when I put these together, again, you can see my piecewise function with 3 different pieces. So you can adjust my equations. You can try something on your own, but we're going to start working on creating our own piecewise functions.